G'day comrade subscribers. Hope you're all well. That's not a good idea, is it? So I've managed to download the wireless LAN corruption bug fix. So I thought we'd give it a try. See if we can get it loaded. So, and then try and get online if I can find, I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, I can see my tub with all of my airports in it. 25 years worth of airports. Right, let's get that. So I'll put it down. Okay, so first of all, let's just have a look. So the it's a CX31 something 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 something. Let's get the there. I think that's probably the best way we're going to get it. There we go. Okay, so let's just open xterm. Maybe, oops, sorry, we don't need that light on. Maybe that makes it a bit easier. Okay, so I did some experimenting, but if we have a look, I think the kernel messages, are they? Actually, I should have grepped it, shouldn't I? Well, there we go. Loaded driver CX3110 driver version 0.8. So when I've got the patch loaded, I think there should be additional text there. So let's see if I can do a message, and then I want to do the bar. I think that one is that bar, right? And the grep. And then I think it's at -I, so we don't have to worry about capitalization. And then do I do that? And then is it CX? No, oh, there we go. Number 31. Say, I think that's right. Is it? There we go. All right. Chip, firmware version, driver. So we should see extra text there once I've got the patch loaded. So obviously I'm not going to get on wireless LAN yet. So I'm going to connect it via USB and copy it to the MMC card, and then follow some instructions. So let's see. Right, I've copied it on. I just copied it onto the MMC card. It says that it's an installable installer package or something. I'm not too familiar with Linux distributions, but let's see. Now, do I do tools, application manager? Maybe do I use that to execute it? Let's see. Install new application. Okay. Right. Oh, okay. All right, maybe I just need to go to the file manager then. Let's have a look. We can have a quick look at top. CPU 10%. Oh, top's using 10%. Maemo launcher 9%. Well, 60 over 60 megabytes used. About 2 megabytes free. Excellent. And I'm not doing anything. All right. Gee, that's a lot used, isn't it? Okay, so where was I? File manager. So it should be down, I guess, here. No, let's close application manager. Which one was it? That one. So that Kingston is the MMC card. So that's the bug fix there. Can I just execute that? Okay, so it's opened application manager. Okay, install. Okay, what does it say for details? Okay, cool. I use the maintainer, although the website doesn't work anymore. Fair enough. All right, let's go. Let's see what happens. This software is not obtained from Nokia. Nokia is unable to guarantee blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I'll work for Nokia, so I'll take that risk. Okay, package install and supported Linux kernel was detected. Hotfix is now applied. Check kernel logs, reboot is not needed. In future, keep this on the MMC, install immediately after flashing. Well, I'm not going to be doing any of that. This bug was discovered by Starhey Siramashka and detailed analysis done by Tillman Vogel. Thank you guys, really appreciate it. Okay, done. Okay, so my wireless LAN should now work. Well, if it can find a compatible Wi-Fi to connect to. Is that screen bright enough? Let's just go to, is it utilities, see if we can adjust the, where was it? No, it was tools, isn't it? Tools, control panel. See if we can adjust the brightness. Display. Brightness. Okay, a little bit bigger. Brightness period, switch off display. Right. Okay. Right, so if we go back to terminal, here, control C that. How do you control C? Ah, there we go. Right, so if we, how do I do, I'm just so used to going, can I go, no, tabs autocomplete. What's up cursor? Do I have to, or is this previous commands? No. No, teach, no. Is there somewhere I can do previous commands? Doesn't matter. Okay, let's just do D. Check the kernel messages again. Okay, what was it? CX, say 3.1 should be enough. Hopefully that's enough. Let's see. There we go. So the Bugfix driver is now installed. So we should be good to go. Okay, let me grab, let me get one of my, how am I going to connect it to the network via Ethernet? I might have to bring one of my beacons. Oh no, I do have very long, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out somehow. So this is my collection of Apple airports. So this one's 2003. You see I've had to reset it a few times. So the idea is that I connect the, I've got a Beacon 3 down, Nokia Beacon 3 down here that I could connect Ethernet to the wireless LAN port, I guess, and then just create a little test network. I've got a bunch of these, I've got one of these, I've got two of these. But I'm thinking maybe this is going to be my best bet, that one. Because it does predate that one. I can't read that, what that one is. Let's just have a quick look. Blah, blah, blah. Model A1392. Doesn't have a date on it. Okay. Right, yeah, let's try this original. Well, it's not original, this. But yeah, let's try getting that one on. I should have power for it. Interestingly, so I've got a couple of Apple power adapters, and they didn't fit. So it's actually this Fox link. So it looks like Apple didn't have their own power adapter. So it's 5.1 volts anyway, so I could probably get away with almost a USB adapter. It says 2.4 amps, so it might be slightly more than what that can do. But I should be... Do I have an Apple? Yeah, I've got an Apple kind of, what is it, C8 clover leaf? All right. Of course, do I actually have the Apple Airport base station utility to actually configure this thing? Well, it shouldn't really matter. If I connect, it should power on. If it remembers the last configuration, then it should just power on, and hopefully the phone can see it. That would be a good start. Actually, I might just try that. Took a while, but there is some kind of light flashing here, so let's just see if anything's connection. Let's see if I can see anything. Lights did kind of come on and then go off, and we want the utilities. No, it's the tools. Tools, connection manager. Okay, no connection. Do I just go select connection? Searching, because it's not. There's no lights at the moment. So I've got a dodgy power. Could be the problem. It's been attacked by the rabbits a few times. So, yeah, I think that's the problem. Is that the power cable's got some rabbit bites in it. So now, okay, now we've got some lights going on. Or is it powered off again? All right, I'm going to have to work on this. Okay, don't touch it now, Brett. Okay. Or I might need to, oh, hang on. It can see, that's interesting, okay. It can see the solar inverter. Oh, that was, okay, very brief. That could be, maybe it's not so much you need an older base station, but it's just the shit Wi-Fi. Because those first two were the little Wi-Fi dongles connected to the two 5 kilowatt solar inverters. And then kitchen TV, I think that's the, I don't know what that is. No, it's all disappeared again. All right, I might have to be, although I'm right next to this base station here, it's not showing up. That's annoying. All right, I'm going to have to fiddle with this a bit more, but this base station is on now. All right. I might have been going about things the wrong way. So it's just when I go to the connections here, select connection, it's going to show connections that it can see and nothing, right? But when I go to the control panel and connectivity, I've got this sort of stuff. All right, so and then we go connection. So there's actually, I have actually, looks like, put in my Wi-Fi network here. So connection type, so yeah, so it's packet data, or I guess circuit switch data, or wireless LAN. And so it's infrastructure and WPA. So that should be okay. Okay. All right, what's advanced do? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I've got DHCP set up. Transmission power, yeah, I can't. WPA2 only mode. Okay, well, let's try that. I don't think that's going to make any difference. Okay, finish. All right, what happens if I do new? All right, well, let's just see. Okay, so if we go to connections, it's still not going to see it, is it? Can't see it. Afangulo. What happens if I go new? Okay, next. Alright, we'll just call it connection 1. I guess I could try via connecting it to my iPhone via Bluetooth, but we'll try this first. Yeah, so okay, let's do a scan. Let's do a scan. Can't see anything. Alright, I'm going to change my position and try a bit more. So I think this was one of the complaints, is that its antenna or its connectivity was pretty poor. As you can see, it's not. All right, let me fiddle.